Welcome back to the program. And of course, it is now time for iftar around the world. And let me give you some facts about iftar in Medina to Munawwara. And there's a reason why I'm giving you these facts. I'll tell you who my guest is after these facts. But uh, iftar in Medina to Munawwara, it is number one, the biggest iftar held anywhere in the world. So it's the biggest iftar in the world. 12,000 meters of a tablecloth is used. That's the dastarkhan. 12,000 meters. 300,000 Muslims are served approximately every day at a cost of 1 million Saudi riyals. 130 liters of zamzam is served. This is every single day. 50,000 liters of kahwa, which is black Arabic coffee. 300,000 bread rolls. 50,000 liters of yogurt. Approximately 40 tons of dates. That's about 5 million pieces. And the iftar doesn't last for anything longer than 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, the masjid is spotless thereafter. And this meal is sponsored every day of the month of Ramadan by individual sponsors. Fantastic. Now, the reason why I'm telling you about iftar in Medina to Munawwara, because it is in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And many of us know so many people that travel to Medina to Munawwara, to Makkah to Mukarramah in the month of Ramadan and Makkah, especially in the last 10 days, in order to take advantage of the blessings of this holy place. But there are many South Africans who have made the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia their home. And one of which is my guest. In fact, his name is Mish-al. He joins me now, and he is somewhere in Saudi Arabia. I was actually talking to him earlier, and he was giving me his exact pinpoint distant, location. Mish-al, assalamu alaikum, and welcome to Salam Media.
Walaikum salam, Mr. Lukman. Thank you for having
Yeah,
me.
thank you for being with us. Mashallah, looking great there in Saudi. Which part in Saudi are you talking to us from?
Yeah, so we're from the eastern province of Saudi
Okay.
Arabia, which is Dammam and Al Khubar, near to about
Okay.
Bahrain side. And it's about, I think you were talking about Medina now. I think it's about
Mhm.
maybe 14 hours from Medina if you were to drive.
14
So it's like
hours.
coming from Cape Town, you would say about from Joburg to Cape Town or Cape Town to Joburg, that type of distance.
Michelle, I think a lot of people don't realize that, there's a lot more to Saudi Arabia than Medina and Mecca, because everybody just goes to Medina, Mecca, maximum maybe Jeddah.
Definitely, definitely. I think when people talk about Saudi Arabia back home, everybody assumes Saudi Arabia is Makkah and Medina because people are always just about traveling there. But
Right.
yeah, there's a lot more definitely.
Mm.
Like I was telling you now, I spent about 11 years here in
Hmm.
this part of Saudi Arabia, and I mean, um, Ramadan here especially it's a unique experience.
Mm.
Definitely a unique experience. Something you don't really find that much back home. Even though I love back
Yes.
home, I miss it. Just
Yes,
like
yes. I just wanted to tell my viewers that just as we were testing the microphones, Michelle, the first thing he said to me when he came on camera is like, "Oh my God, I miss home so much."
yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
what do you miss? What do you miss most about Cape Town in Ramadan? The Buka Tate, the going
you know,
house to house.
yeah, we're talking now about going from house to house, passing cookies around, your
Yes.
dalchies and your samosas and that type of thing. I mean, I'm from Buka in Cape
Mm,
Town, and I mean, there's a very a strong community feel, back
I
home. So
know.
you know everybody around, that type of thing. And the pujis in the Tarawi, you don't get the pujis here. It's a bit different. But
There's no boober.
no, really.
Is there no boober there in Saudi? There's no boober.
Now we have Bubu tonight. We have,
Oh,
yeah, yeah, yeah. We still know how
that's
to cook,
amazing.
Yeah,
Mm,
but
mm.
alhamdulillah, it's like I say, there's different experiences
Yeah,
here to back
yeah.
home and vice versa. So,
Mm.
yeah, alhamdulillah for it all.
No, Alhamdulillah. Mishal, I think those that are listening right now have already made out quite obviously that you're South African and you're living there in Saudi Arabia. And I normally ask our guests on the slot, like, what makes Ramadan so unique in your country? And I think I'm going to ask you the same thing. What makes Ramadan, besides the fact that it's in a different country and it's in Saudi, the birthplace of Islam, but what is that one thing that stands out for you that you say, no, this is definitely unique?
Um, in Saudi, that's a good question.
Hmm.
And you know what? I think it's not just a day here in Saudi Arabia. It's basically the whole month.
Okay.
So back home, because we live in a predominantly like Christian or other society, you get your Christmas lights and things like that during the Christmas time period. Whereas
Right.
here, basically the whole month feels like Christmas. The lights
Okay.
go up. So that festivity, you can feel that
Mm,
throughout the month. Even work. At work, they reduce your work hours so you can focus more on your ibadah and take it a bit easier because I know people are fasting. So I mean that is very unique. I feel. I mean back home
mm,
you don't really get that. So I think
absolutely.
I think that is already something very unique.
I can imagine. And what is a typical fasting day like in terms of suhoor, in terms of iftar, the times?
Uh, well, I mean, it changes obviously according to the time of the year. But right
Hmm.
now we're waking up at about past three, or past three maybe,
Okay,
and then
that's quite early.
We're breaking our fast at about past six now, maybe about
Okay,
5 minutes past six or so.
okay.
So yeah, it's not a long day. It's not a very
I
long
see.
day. I know in the U. eh,
Okay, that's definitely not my phone.
I was thinking, was it you?
No, it's definitely not my phone. Okay, continue.
Can I just let me see if I can open up the screen again? Zainab, where's the screen?
Okay, if you've just joined us,
Uh,
we're talking to
People want to know
Mish-al
what they're
Sampson.
eating tonight, man.
Yes, yes, yes. That's not a problem. We're
um,
speaking to Mish-al Sampson, and yeah, he's in Saudi. Are you back with us, Mish-al?
yeah, I'm back. I'm back.
Okay,
What were we saying?
okay. I was asking about the times, but you've answered that, and then your phone rang. In terms of okay, look, I know that there's quite a sizable migrant community in Saudi Arabia. What's it like interacting with the Saudis during the month of Ramadan? Are they more welcoming, or are they
Definitely, definitely.
okay?
That's something that actually slipped my mind before, and it's something you brought up now. Like, you can actually see the way that people how they are trying to better themselves throughout the month. So people are more
Okay.
hospitable. Um, People at work seem to work better with you. And I mean, alhamdulillah for that. Uh,
Mashallah,
so
that's great.
yes, so definitely
Yeah.
you can see that does shine through in the month.
Okay.
Yeah, even and I mean, we not only working with Arab staff. I'm at the international school, so we have
Okay.
Western staff as well. So you get that mix of different people respecting the culture, respecting the religion, and things, which is amazing and it's beautiful to see.
Okay.
Um, yeah.
Mm. The food. Are you able to continue with you did say you're having boober tonight, but like generally, do you always have your Cape Townian style food, or you also have the Saudi food? What's a typical
I
Ramadan
am
fare like? The
I'm
spread.
not gonna lie to you. I'm ordering a
Uh-huh.
lot of takeouts. I'm a single man in this place, so a lot of
Subhanallah.
takeouts, roasted chicken,
Uh-huh.
that type of thing. But every now and then, like
Al baig.
we have a community, our own little community here as well. So sometimes we get together and we do different things, and we have some of our traditional, South African foods and stuff, maybe braais and that type of thing. Yeah.
Okay. And for the Eid, are there any special arrangements that are made? Do they pray Eid Salah in the Musalla or the Masajid? How does it differ from what we used to have here in South Africa?
You do have your Eid Salah. You go
Hmm.
to mosque for your Eid Salahs. I'm planning to come home though for Eid, so I won't be here
Inshallah.
for that.
Hmm.
But yeah, I think I can't really say there's anything significantly different because I mean, Eid worldwide. I think people go to see their families. They spend time with the people they want to spend time with. So people do that here as well.
Hmm.
But obviously, you'll see a lot more Qurbanis here in the next Eid. So I think a few years back, my neighbor, my father's neighbor at the time, he had a sheep for a whole year, and we heard the sheep throughout the year, and then he had a Qur'bani at the Eid, and he came over to my father and gave a piece of meat in his hand. It's like that type of thing. You see a lot of that over here. So I think,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, we have it back home as well, but it still shows a lot here as in Saudi Arabia.
Mm. I just wanted to ask with regards, before we started talking to you, I was telling people some interesting stats about Medina to Munawara, the iftar every day, and it made me wonder because you guys are already in your last 10 days there in Saudi. South Africa, the 10 days kick in tomorrow. I would like to find out because in South Africa there's this huge culture of people going to Saudi for the last 10 nights. You don't live in Mecca or Medina. Is there a huge movement of people in the last 10 days, or at least in the month of Ramadan, to go to Mecca? I know there's COVID. COVID has been there the last 2 years, but do you see some of your colleagues saying, you know what, I'm going to Mecca for the last 10 days? Is there a movement in that direction?
Well, I'm one of them. I'm one of them. I'm actually planning to go on Monday through to Makkah,
Inshallah.
inshallah, and then
I mean,
Medina soon after that. And also another thing, you every time you ask these questions, I mean, and as you
uh-huh.
bring up that I'm seeing also, and I just not remembering them. But last weekend, my
Right.
my colleague, we just finished the school week, and he said, "Do you want to go with to Makkah?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "On the spot, they're going to Makkah now the weekend." So I mean, something like that is
Mm,
definitely something that is not always easy for us to do back home. You don't just on the spot decide to go for the weekend.
absolutely. That's right.
Whereas yeah, people can kind of do that. I
Oh, okay.
mean, it's a bus ride away. There's lots of bus shuttles that will take you through. It's a longer trip than a flight, but I mean, people do that a lot, and there's agencies
Mm,
that sort that out well. So people tend to do that. They go with a bus, and they go for the weekend, and then straight back to work the Sunday. We start work on a Sunday. So
mm.
you see a lot. You do see that definitely. My colleagues still walking
Fantastic.
around these head shaved, and so it's a
Mashallah.
very good thing to see, and it's definitely something that you see in Saudi that you might not see elsewhere. Yeah,
Absolutely. No, I think that's one of the perks of living there, isn't it?
no, definitely.
Mm. No, Mish,
Um,
yeah, go ahead.
no. I think I
I,
also
wa-
need to run soon. The iftar is
yeah,
on.
yeah.
Yeah,
I just wanted to thank you so much for your time and
pleasure.
your family in Bokap. I'm sure they're watching this. They're looking forward to your return. And
Yes.
yeah, whatever you're doing in Saudi, may Allah accept, make it easy for you, and inshallah give you lots of barakah.
I mean, shukran. I mean,
I mean, Mish, I really enjoyed talking to you. Assalamu alaikum.
wa alaikum salam.
Jazakallah. Assalamu alaikum. That was Mish-al Sampson. He's a South African living in Saudi, in the eastern province, and talking to us there about his Ramadan experiences in that part of the world. And of course, I'm sure the part about him being able to just take a bus to go and perform Umrah. It's just, people in Saudi, they do that. One of the perks of living there. But Alhamdulillah, Ramadan around the world, Mish-al Sampson, based in Saudi Arabia, bringing our time to 3 minutes to 5 p.m. Central African time. Before we go for the break, I do have an important announcement here. Sentio is an ethically based asset manager that is focused on delivering superior risk adjusted returns for their clients, regardless of market conditions. For more information on their Sharia investment products, visit their website on www.sentio-capital.com and start saving towards your investment goals today. Sentio Capital Management, invest for good. Sentio Capital Management is an authorized financial services provider.